Okay.
on those.
So you're kind of like
Yeah.
a Tana. You were talking about a bunch of ratchet shit.
Yes.
Okay.
So when
Yeah.
people watched Tana, they watched my stories also.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, at what point did you decide that you wanted to like get into other stuff or?
Okay, so
Expanding
I
past YouTube.
had COVID hit and all the strip clubs in Vegas closed, and I was like, what's my next thing? And this was like pretty new to OnlyFans. This was like March of 2020, so like not very many people were doing it. And some of my YouTube friends were like, you should make an OnlyFans. And then I did, because COVID hit.
We started actually the same month, same year.
Yeah.
So we've been doing it for the exact same length.
Yeah. And then I broke up with my ex and then moved to LA like a year and a half ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was
so-
holding you back?
Because he was very like small town, like really, he was so sweet, goody two-shoe vibes, and I knew I wanted to move to LA, and then I had been talking to this guy for like a year.
This other guy knew you were stripping and shit though, and he was cool with that, but then the OnlyFans was over the line?
No, it was moving to LA. He was not about. So he would like film all my OnlyFans content with me. Like he was so fine with doing like sex tapes, blowjobs, all of that. Like even me being a stripper, he was so like supportive. He just did not want to move to LA.
Right.
So
And why did you even want to get into OnlyFans in the first place? Because when I think about being a successful YouTuber, you were probably making like okay money, right?
like $5K a month.
Okay, but you wanted more.
Yeah, and I wanted to live in LA, and I had lived in LA when I was 18, and then his parents bought us a house to get us out of LA. That was like the deal. So I was like 19, 20, living that like housewife lifestyle,
It bought you a house
like fully like bought.
to make you not move to LA.
Oh, to move out of LA. We were living
Okay.
in. I moved to LA
Right.
when I was 18 originally,
Okay.
and they wanted us to leave LA. I was signed with Wilhelmina, so I was like doing the whole like little model thing, whatever, and they wanted us to leave LA. And then, so they bought us a house, so I lived the whole housewife lifestyle, and I was so bored. And that's why I started stripping, and he was very supportive of all that.
Wow.
And then COVID hit, the clubs closed, and then I had YouTube friends saying, you should start an OnlyFans. And then during this time period, I'd also been talking to a guy that was in a band.
Oh,
See, that's what white girls be doing. They be dating guys in bands.
This is like Clueless, you know what I'm saying? In a good
Grammy
way.
nominated.
Grammy
You know what I'm
nominated,
saying?
first of all.
Clueless movie. We
She
should
said
redo
Grammy
that.
nominated. This is not
Like,
just
sexy as
some
fuck.
band playing at the fucking lemonade stand.
Yes,
Okay.
like he was Grammy
That's
nominated.
right.
We had been talking for like a year, and then I went to visit him one weekend in LA with my friend, and he said, and I spent the whole weekend with him, and he said, break with your boyfriend, move to LA. So then I broke up with my boyfriend of 5 years that weekend, and I moved to LA a week later, and that's how I ended up back in LA.
Wow.
Is this like
Yeah.
Travis Barker band?
Was it MGK? Doesn't say anything.
relevant, but not him.
Yeah.
Are you
What-
still fucking him? Why won't you say his name?
Oh my God, no. We were together for like 6 months.
No,
and
was
then
it Youngblood?
In that realm.
Oh,
that round.
one of them. All right, okay. Now
In
we
that
know the
realm,
general
I don't know
universe.
if Adam will know who he is though, but sexy's fuck. He's a sexy.
Like still my
Very
king. Like still
talented.
my fucking king. Like so we
We
were together for like
music. We listen to his music
like
all
every day.
the
Like
time.
every day.
You guys do, even though you're done with him.
Yes. Okay. So we were together for like 6 months, and it was like crazy as fuck. Like he showed me like a whole nother world of like
Drugs.
whoa. And then he
Drugs.
Drugs being
Talk
the main
about what
thing.
you guys did when it came to sex. That's
he
like the good
showed
part.
me like everything with like knife play.
Oh,
Cutting
wow.
each other.
Knife
like the
play.
whole
Please
blood
inform my
shit.
friend here all about knife play.
Oh my God. Okay.
And me, I don't know
So
anything about
Yeah.
that.
just the whole like you cut each other and like
Like
the
cut
blood
them like down
up.
their chest, like lick up their blood.
It's very like ritual vibes.
But you
like,
do that and it just heals up because I don't see any scars on
They're
you.
like
Like it's just like a
pitted.
nice little
Yeah.
slice.
and
Where the fuck do you get this knife from?
The kitchen.
no,
That ain't
literally
the
it's
kitchen. That ain't the
Like
kitchen
the
knife.
first time we did it, we were like it was like 5 a.m. and we were watching the Jim Morrison movie from the 90s, and they do it in the bathtub, and we're like, we should do that right now. And stop. Okay.
No, he dropped his phone.
He
Holy
can't
shit.
believe it either. Like, what the fuck?
And then we were together for like 5-6 months, and he disappeared one weekend, and he ended up at a sex party, Kinky Rabbit, if you've ever heard of it.
We
Oh
know.
man,
we
some
know,
gay dude was
baby.
telling me about that at Kazumi's party.
Kinky Rabbit, yeah.
He said that
Why are
name.
you
And that
chopping it
was
up
when
with
he
gay
cheated on
dudes
me.
about the kinky
I'm
party?
very open-minded.
Kinky Rabbit, yeah.
So wait, he went to the party without you?
Yeah. And it was the night we were supposed to go to Disneyland.
And what
together.
happened? What happened in there?
He met a bitch there and cheated on me.
And how'd you find
then
out?
I found out like a week later.
Why did you feel like that was your boyfriend?
Because we were together every single day.
But did you have the conversation?
We
like,
weren't boyfriend, girlfriend,
Yeah.
but we were together like every single day.
but you didn't say, don't cheat on me.
It was like established. We had said like we're not hooking with other people.
Girls always want to act like it was some shit you were supposed to know
Shut
about.
up.
Like,
I think
I can't read your fucking
what
mind.
did the girl do that he left you for? Like, just give a little hint.
Oh my God. She sold her news for the Australian wildfires.
And made $1 million. Like,
I remember hearing about this, but I can't remember what girl it was.
It was that girl. It was that girl.
like,
Karina Kampf or some shit.
No,
was it some
no.
YouTuber girl?
No.
I can't remember
That's
who
all
it
you get.
was.
Yeah, that's what you got.
Everyone at home right now knows,
they're
but
Yeah.
figuring it out right now.
I don't give a fuck who this guy is either way. But
She's more intrigued than you are. Intrigued. You wanted to fuck him too?
because
She does.
in Sky's
He is
head, she
so
still
fucking
works at
cute.
Target. In Sky's head, she's like, I'm just a humble girl from Target. I'm so excited to be banging this bass player.
Yeah.
No, literally.
Listen, he's a singer.
Oh,
Not the bass player.
okay,
Yeah, he's the
okay.
singer. Yeah.
That's lit. So, okay, then how does your life change after you discovered that this guy was banging other girls, which you probably should have known anyway?
So we ended up I saw him for like a month afterwards, but it just fizzled out from there. Like I mentally could not handle that because I was so invested in this person. But it was like I came from like a 5-year relationship straight into that of this like crazy ass world where he was so like second week knowing him, he was like asked me to do heroin with him. I didn't do it, but
She said yes, but didn't do it.
Dog food.
no, I didn't.
That's all
I
that
didn't do
matters.
it. I
You
didn't do
didn't
it,
do it, baby,
I
and
didn't do
that's all
it.
that
You gotta shoot up heroin?
You can snort it too, I think.
Yeah, that's how the
But I
bitch
didn't
died
do
in
it.
Pulp Fiction.
But yeah, so that was like a whole other world that I was so like brand new to.
But you weren't fucking with the heroin? Were you doing other drugs?
Yeah.
Okay.
What were the other, what were the
ones?
other drugs?
More just like a lot of Molly, Coke, and Xanax.
Staying up for days.
And whippets.
Yeah, like 3 days straight. So then I also think that was like a whole other thing into it where it was like my brain was not thinking clearly at the
Yeah.
time. So I was so attached to this person.
So what's your game plan at that point, though? You're like, oh, man, like staying up and just doing hella drugs for days at a time. This seems like it's worked out so well for so many people throughout history. I'm just going to keep doing this until I'm old and gray.
Okay, so he was feeding the whole. He
That
was
shit
feeding.
sounded so fucked up.
It's just funny to think about like young people.
Stop.
They start having so much fun and they don't really think about like maybe this ain't gonna work for too long.
Right.
Yeah.
Caught up in the like infatuation.
It was
with
the
it all?
infatuation. It was the like he was saying he was gonna bring me on tour, and so
girls
I
love that.
I was like, I'm a bitch that goes on tour. So,
Girls love the idea of being on tour.
Like I'd look so cute on tour.
Yeah.
So that's why.
So what happens when we go on tour? Like, we got girls now, so they gotta come
But
fucking.
before you've really traveled, the idea of going on tour and getting to see like 20 places in a row
Yeah.
is just like, oh my God, you mean I'm going to get to see Cleveland and Wisconsin in
it
the
was a
same
European
week?
tour.
Wow.
It was a European tour.
That's some
Fuck
extra.
off,
Yeah.
US.
Oh,
It was a European tour. Yeah.
Oh, she's shitting on us now.
But okay, so you broke out of that spell at some point?
Yeah.
And then what?
That was pretty rough.
Okay.
So then I did my own thing for like 3 months. Now here we are. Been doing my OnlyFans things for like a year and a half now. Met Skylar and still doing YouTube.
Right. Has your life calmed down a bit since you were hanging out with this fucking crazy rabbit
No.
dude or whatever?
No.
Okay, honestly, when I met Skylar is when I started going like ape shit. Like we are on, like I watched her first Patreon thing that she did with you guys, and I was
Okay.
like, I don't even know this girl. Like
I was
she
kept
was
saying
so
I was
innocent.
so innocent,
Like
which I was.
Back then.
I was.
Yeah.
A shy like 4 months ago,
Yeah.
not too long ago.
still doing my YouTube, and then I was in like a 7-month relationship. It was really toxic, controlling, whatever. Then we recently just broke up, and then me and Skylar met.
We met.
Second night of us hanging out, she had to take me to the psych ward.
The psych ward.
I was
Why?
calling this suicide hotline, like yeah, like
But like that's how we got really close.
yes.
Why?
That's
What were you
brought us
going
together.
through? She's saying it like it's funny.
This was like after
It is
Rolling
funny.
Loud. This was after, it was like literally 2 nights after Rolling Loud, so like in December. It was just like a momentary thing.
Little breakdown.
So we went, and
We
then,
all
I,
have
and then I
those.
left the same night. But Skylar was there for me through the whole time where I think that's like how we got so close.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Do you remember
Friends.
seeing on my private story me in the blonde wig?
Kinda.
That was us.
Do you want to tell him about that?
Okay, so this was recently.
Okay.
So this was
This
the
was,
ex
like,
I
less
was
than a
just
month
talking
ago.
about, how we just broke up like 2 months ago. We decided to crash his show
Oh.
in wigs.
So we were in disguise.
Yeah.
And did he notice you?
I'll let you.
So we bought like actual like nice quality wigs. We got them installed. Like we were in full undercover mode, and we went to a show. Where was it at? The Avalon.
Yeah, Avalon Bardo.
There was no one there. Shocker. Because
This
he's a wannabe rock star.
This is not the one I moved to LA for. This is another one.
Oh, okay.
Her most recent ex.
Yes.
She's a relationship type girl.
We both
I've
are.
turned her over to the hoe side.
We both are. Would you agree with that, Sky?
You're a relationship type?
No, she just said that you guys are both relationship types.
I
We're
am, but I've
changing.
struck
We're
out a lot in
evolving.
LA. I've
We're
given up on
evolving.
finding a
But does your
boyfriend. I'm on
recent
my hoe
boyfriend
shit.
know her?
They met the night that she was taking me to the psych ward.
Yeah, he said, thank you for doing this.
He's
I
gonna
said,
be
"You're welcome."
upset when he sees this shit because he's probably gonna be like, I could have hooked up with
Shitting,
both
crying,
of
and
them.
He needs any clout he can get. So.
Oh my god, I can't wait to find out the names of these characters afterwards.
Oh my god, wait till you see them.
But okay, so
So we went to a show in the full-on wigs, and we were laying low like until he went on. We got kicked out after the first show because she attacked the manager.
wait, why?
After the first song.
We were under the influence of alcohol, and she just couldn't contain herself. She saw the manager because he tried to steal your
spot on a Europe trip.
right. So we
He's the
attacked him.
manager. Shouldn't he be on the Europe trip?
No, okay, so this was like a birthday trip.
No.
So flights were already bought. And
Right.
then my ex left his email logged in on my laptop. So I saw he tried to change the flights from my name to his manager's name. So we have beef.
Wow.
Yeah.
We have beef.
And so that's just something that kind of happened along the way.
Yeah.
But what value would you really be bringing to the tour that could even compare to a manager who
Oh my
has
god,
to
this was
manage
a tour.
the whole
This was like
thing?
for my birthday.
This boy is not going on tour.
No,
he
this
is
is
not
this
even
is
on
the
the
most
level of
recent ex.
headlining
Oh.
any
Yes.
show.
Okay, right. We keep getting caught up between the successful one and the not
There's a
successful one.
successful one and there's like a crickets one.
This
What-
is the wannabe.
Which one did you like dating more? Because obviously you have a lot more control when you're dealing with the loser, right?
That's what I think it was. Where it was like in the relationship with the successful one, like he had all the power, which I was so not used to.
Right.
So I was very like submissive, like went whatever he said. And then this one I was in so much control. And then so yeah.
It's just
I would
easy
say I
for you to
almost
take
liked-
advantage of them, right?
Yeah, I would almost say I liked the most recent one better. Because I was the shot caller, breadwinner.
Well, until he got tired
He
of
drove
your
her
ass.
car around.
So he got tired
Love
of you.
that.
Didn't have a car.
rent-free, didn't have to pay rent, let him move in with me after 3 months.
Who broke up with who? He got tired of you?
It was a physical fight that ended the relationship.
Who won?
I was just about to say that.
I'm gonna put my money on you. I think you probably won.
Yeah.
But then you start stalking him. I don't know. Like, I don't
stalking.
know.
It was funny,
It was
though.
for
Then
the
she got
moment,
you
like,
joining in.
It was funny when we went to the
It wasn't
show.
stalking. It was more like fucking with someone.
Right.
Yeah. It wasn't like stalking.
Can you imagine this story and how it must sound? Like they're making it sound all cute and shit, but imagine you're
was cute.
you're a
It was
guy in a
fucking cute,
band
fuck off.
and you're like, yeah, my ex came to the show wearing a blonde wig and she attacked my manager and beat the fuck out of my manager in the middle of the show
With her friend.
with her friend. That's the ultimate
Okay, she
psycho
was-
story.
She beat him up. I was recording it.
Yeah, then
You can see the footage.
But
then y'all
the
trying to
security
tell,
guards loved
and then y'all
us.
trying to say, convince us that he's a loser.
Yeah, right.
No, fuck no.
And his show was so dead, so we snuck in with blonde wigs and beat up the staff.
Yeah, like what?
Well, we did get kicked out, but the security loved us so much they didn't want to kick us out. Like they were like, we don't want to do this. They were asking for our numbers. They were like, what are you doing after this?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
here
Hey,
we go
keep
with
that same energy because I bet that if you were dating Blueface, that you're not pulling up to the show and fighting Whack 100.
Blueface.
Oh, did I just guess another person you banged?
No.
But I'm saying, if you're gonna fight one manager, you gotta fight every manager.
Oh God.
Okay, most managers don't take your spot on a Europe trip.
You pull up to the show, you want to fight Sky Bree? No, you gotta fight Adam 22 and Kiki because Adam 22 can't fight.
Yeah, Kiki is. I think you would rumble for me, would you?
Oh yeah. He would squish somebody's head like a grape.
You're gonna be the first person I call, baby, if I have a problem.
He throws up the fist.
Then she called you baby, so you put a little emphasis on it.
So, why do you think you guys work as friends?
Okay, I feel like there's so many things.
First one,
So
you
many
guys look
things.
just alike.
That's a good
We
point.
always
yeah.
get
All
that.
the time, are you sisters?
Yeah, we
All the
always
time.
get that.
How many dudes do you bang together?
A few.
Yeah, I can see
We
that.
have this thing.
I'm not on the list.
Let's hear it.
Just in case you were
Whenever-
So
wondering.
this was also
I
the
was
second
gonna
time we
ask
ever
that
hung
one.
out. This was the Rolling Loud weekend. That was our first threesome. Second time ever hanging out.
We sucked off a rapper. We have this thing. I'm on the dick, she's on the balls. So the whole time I'm sucking the dick, she's just sucking on the balls.
Wow, that's your specialty? You're just good with balls?
I'm dick, she's balls. Yeah.